What's going on, everybody? So I think I've truly found the best way that I can work on tight QL, obliques, and psoas. This is something that gets really tight in people that hike a lot, people, kettlebell athletes, for what I do. Basically, a lot of the training you've seen us do, a lot of people will take a foam roller and they'll lie on their side. Well, this thing doesn't give. First off, this does not give. So you're relying on your body weight and how much you can alleviate that pressure. So you can change it by holding yourself up a little bit, but that creates tension in the tissue that you're trying to release. So what I've done is back to using our resistance bands. All I'm going to do is step in through this. Now, I found the right size band that works for me. I have a whole lot of experience doing this, and I work with massage therapists and body workers all the time. So I know what I'm doing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this right around this oblique above. So see, I'm above the hip right here. So I can try in different spots, but I'm going to go out until there's just enough tension. And then I'm going to use this box as a prop as well. So what I can do is extend one leg, and I'm going to lift up, and there I feel my psoas right away. As soon as you can feel that, now I'm going to put that elevated, and I can lean into different areas. I can rotate my hips, and I can work on getting that psoas and obliques, and QL mainly. If you're doing a lot of heavy deadlifts, your QL is going to be tight. If you're doing a lot of kettlebell swings, your QL is going to be tight. So I'm going to do it from this side. You can see where this is. Pulled right above the hip, below the rib cage, okay? Now, if I feel any pain, I'm not doing it. Or I can adjust to have a thicker band. But I have just enough tension. Pull my shirt around. Just enough tension to move this box. I'm going to focus on lifting up. This side is not nearly as tight as my left. Let me go out a little bit more and get about there. We go. I can feel it. So I can work on lifting. I think this is much safer than taking the kettlebell and lying down and taking the handle into your psoas. A lot of this stuff that people are seeing online, they have no clue what they're doing. So before you even try this stuff, watch it, ask your friend that's a massage therapist, and see if it'll work for you. It works very well for me, and if it's something, I can adjust the pressure by pushing downward, adjust the angles on these bands. I can hinge. Right there, working that QL a little bit, I can lean away. I can go in circles, and if I'm doing this, by pushing down, if I'm going in circles, hip circles, I can feel them when they're on and when they're turning off. But if I'm doing circles, I want to make sure that I'm going the other direction as well. So yeah, it might look funny, but who gives a shit if it works? So I'm going to go back and work on bringing that knee up, psoas is hip flexion. So this leg's doing the work, the psoas on the right leg that I'm lifting. I'm going to get a little bit more pressure. I can work on stretching back farther. I can work on getting into different positions. So basically I'm using this band as massage as I'm getting into different angles. I can bring that leg up. This works wonderfully for me. I can work on sitting, leaning, just using that band to control. I can work on seeing how my psoas and my QL feels during my squat. So this is not a loaded exercise. I don't have any weight on. Just body weight, and I'm working in my circles. be surprised at how much better that I can breathe after doing this, because when your psoas and your obliques are very, very tight from creating so much compression forces, if you're an endurance athlete and all this stuff is tight, your lungs, where they extend down, you're going to have a hard time opening up, especially for belly breathing, and we're trying to take in deep breaths for relaxation. If you can't open up down here, you're going to have to be forced to compensate by breathing up here in a sympathetic response, in a sympathetic way. We want parasympathetic for recuperation and relaxation. Anyway, Joe with some more band stuff for QL, psoas, and obliques.